trunk, I open up, I sold my soul a good price. Out of sight, my hoe got talent.
Desmond was kidnapped by the world of Abstergo, who was subordinate to the Knights Templar authority and forced Desmond to use a machine. That brings him back to the memories of one of his predecessors, called Ben Sunday, known as the Bird. In the Levant and specifically in 3 major cities, namely Jerusalem, Acre and Damascus. During the Third Crusade in the reign of King Richard I, where a teacher who led a secret organization called Brotherhood trained the Bird and directed him to assassinate the 9 Templars and their leader Disable, who were actually ruling the country instead of King Richard, and were plotting to assassinate. And after the completion of the Bird for this task, before the king uttered his last breath, I acknowledge the existence of a 10th member of the Knights Templar, a teacher who had one of the artifacts. Is a piece of Eden or a piece of Eden, then return the Bird to meet the teacher. And able to kill him and restore the piece of Eden, then show a map indicating the whereabouts of other artifacts sought by the Knights Temple accessed for an unknown reason. Then, Desmond liberates Desmond from his captors and takes him to a safe place, where she learns about Sean and Rebecca, using a sophisticated version of the memory machine. Desmond enters the memories of a 15-year-old Ezio, in the Italian city of Florence, where his uncle trains him to avenge the Templars, who killed his family, including a man named Rodrigo, who later became Pope Alexander. Begins to avenge the Templars one by one, starting with the smallest order until reaching Rodrigo. In the meantime, Ezio discovers that Borgia takes possession of an artifact from the parts of Aden called the Apple. Isaaco storms the Vatican City and confronts Pope Alexander face to face, and defeats him but without killing him. And then discover that the stick of the Pope is also one of the pieces of Aden archaeological. And then using the stick and the apple, discovery of the existence of a secret room inside the old techniques. And show him through these techniques image female creature, calling itself Minerva. Desmond explains through Ezio that there is a great disaster that will happen and cause humanity to be wiped off the face of the earth, and that the fate and survival of mankind is in the hands of Desmond. Ezio promises to liberate Italy from the rule of the Borgia family, led by Mario Borgia, the son of Pope Alexander, after defeating Rodrigo Borgia. Ezio returns to Monteriggioni, but soon attacks his home by people of Rodrigo's son Cesare Borgia. In the attempt to assassinate Rodrigo and Cesare, Ezio storms the palace of St. Angelo and watches Cesare as he tries to get his father Rodrigo to eat a poisonous apple that he has prepared Rodrigo in advance of the assassination of his son. Cesare, after regaining Ezio's stolen an apple from the last Cesare, is brought to a prison in the city of Vienna. But soon he can escape with the help of his allies, and then the war is raging between the people of Rome and the family of Borgia, where the domination prevails to the people, and Isio arrested Cesare again and executed by throwing him from the top of the wall of the castle. After that, takes the apple Ezio and hiding under the great Roman runway. Desmond exit from the machine goes to the Roman amphitheater to take the apple, and at this time show him another image of another creature, calls itself Juno, which controls Desmond, and order him stabbing Lucy, who had been secretly split and joined the Knights Templar. And then enter Desmond in a coma.